this out. How you doing, man? It's your boy InkyMann, Inqronicles. How you feeling? First off, I want to say happy birthday to my man, rest in peace, Michael Jackson. And I'm going to do it just like this here. Thank you, Michael Jackson, for all those wonderful years of entertainment. We definitely needed it, and we can use some of it again right now. You know, the thing, let me just touch on this real quick. The thing that kills me about the whole Michael Jackson situation was, just before he died, he was seen as this villain. Now everybody's giving him all these shouts, and they understand. Like Biggie said, that nobody loves you till you dead, or however he said it. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so that's a big happy birthday shout out to Michael Jackson. But now I have to talk about something that I actually got tagged on in Facebook, but it was something that was kind of dear to my heart. And it's about acting white. So I'm going to read you something that I got tagged in, and we're going to get into it. So hold on, here we go. So there's a post by Shaniqua Litford. I'm going to give you a big shout, Shaniqua, for sending this. So, I always get told that I act white, talk white, etc. Normally by other black women or men. I never understood the reason why. Is it because I talk with proper English? Is it because I carry myself in a dignified way? Is it because I can carry on an intelligent conversation with the best of them? Every time a black person says something, or someone, is acting white, that person tends to be doing something right or proper. While a person acting black is associated with behaving in a negative, wrong, ratchet way. We need to break that chain of thought. Then I get a comment based on that to add on to it. My man Kurt, he says, all black people from the Northeast sound white. When I lived in the South, they put all northern blacks in the same bucket, even the ones who used a lot of slang. But Shaniqua is spot on. We live in America, so therefore we have to stop equating ourselves with garbage behavior and walk around being proud of BS. We are a great people with a proud heritage. Let's start imitating some positive black people. We aren't all about entertaining and shucking and jiving and throwing a ball. Thank you, Kurt. Alright, so let's talk about that. Acting white. And Shaniqua, you have a strong point. All through my life, I've intertwined mainly with white people as opposed to black folks, because I was a military brat and I lived in Minnesota, Crookston, Minnesota, Grand Forks Air Force Base in North Dakota, Connecticut, Long Island, and different places. But I've always been around mainly white people. By choice, no. But what I will say is that it was always because we were in an area where, we were excelling. I mean, with my father being in the Air Force, we were living on a base, we were living in a house, and unfortunately at the time, there wasn't a lot of black folks pulling that off. But when I was living in Crookston, Minnesota at the time, we were also the only black family in that entire town. So that's a whole nother story. But let me fast forward up to high school. I was going to Fairfield Prep, Fairfield, Connecticut. That's right. 4 years of college prep school for your boy. You might look at me in my crazy antics and you might say to yourself, some people know how smart I am. Some people, just based off what you see here, you don't think I have that much sense. And that's fine. I'm good with that. But you know what? There was a time that I was called white boy and I was was being told that I was acting white and so on and so forth. And it was the same thing. It was all about me being in a prep school. You know, this same school that I went to has produced actors, athletes, politicians, and other notable characters that I know, black and white. But even with our black group that was in the school, we were considered white. Not to the white people, we were considered blacks or even niggas. But to our friends that were going to their respective schools, they were considering us that were going to Fairfield Prep as white boys. And that's really what it was all about. It was the fact that we were talking proper. We had to wear moccasins. We were wearing blazers and suit jackets. Blazers and ties and, you know, basically going in business casual, business dress, going to school, you know, keeping ourselves clean shaven and all of that. And that was seen as being white. Why is that? I don't know. Will it ever stop? Personally, I don't think so. Because it's always going to be something to talk about. Just as it seems like a fresh new topic because Shaniqua brought it up, to some people it's a fresh new topic. I was dealing with that back in the 70s and really didn't know that I was dealing with that until I got into the 80s and 90s. That's when I started to see and have somewhat of an identity crisis. And I say that to say that when I was going to high school and I was doing good and I was doing well, some of my close friends that did not attend the school were not doing as good or was not doing as well. So, you know, so the names came out of their mouths. We were still cool, you know, but the occasional, that's because you were around all them white people. Oh, you like white girls, you about this, you about that, you know. And it just seemed very funny that in order for you to be considered white, you have to be doing all right. And in order to be black, there are some things that you must lack. How you like that, huh? What I do want to say is thank you, Shaniqua Lipford, for pointing that out. Thank you, my man Curtis Kearney, for adding on to it. And personally, I want to hear what you have to say. Have you ever been accused of acting white? Are you have you ever been accused of acting white? Or have you been the person who accused someone of acting white? And how do you feel now that it's not like that? Now that you have some kind of sense, hopefully. Get at me, man. Just say something right along the bottom here. It'd be nice to know what you got to say. Again, happy birthday to my man Michael Jackson. And then next time I see you, I'm going to tell you about Memorial Day. Did you know Memorial Day was started by ex-slaves? Let me give a big shout out to my man Kurt for sending me a little piece on that. So I'm going to touch on that. But in the meantime, here's a little tasty nugget for you. Have you ever accused someone of acting white? Have you ever been the person being accused of acting white? How do you feel now? Get at your boy, InkyMann. I'll see you. I want to touch on this real quick. I got this fantasy football bug right now. Now that I know how it goes down and how to play and all that stuff, I got this bug going. So I wanted to start a league. You know what I mean? I want to start an ESPN fantasy football league. Are you in? I need about maybe 5-10 people. If I can get at least 5, I guess, then we can get a league started. Let me know, man. Let me know right down here. And let's get it going, man, because I already got one league going on, got a little money up in that. I want to get another one going. It's just fun, man. I had fun. So let's do it. If you down with fantasy football, get at your boy, man. Let's do this. Peace. I see ya. You suckers.